Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter, and if you're looking for the latest in the Star Wars comics, novels, TV series, and more, then you are in the right place, because every single week I talk about all the new releases for Star Wars. So you're going to want to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you never miss the new content. So we are talking about a brand new Blu-ray release for Star Wars Rebels Season 4, as well as 2 new Marvel comics. Let's start off with Star Wars Rebels. This is the 4th and final season of Star Wars Rebels. I picked it up on Blu-ray. It's also on DVD. I will say it's kind of interesting how the characters on the Blu-ray case are kind of raised, so it's got this three-dimensional kind of feel. Pretty cool, but overall I do like that cover design with the villains there on the end and our Rebel Ghost crew front and center. So I will say distribution again this year was a little bit lackluster as far as trying to find this thing. It took me my third store to go and get it, so I tried Walmart, I tried Target, neither of them had it. Went to Best Buy, and they didn't even have that many copies, so it might be hard to try to find this. I was very curious to why they'd even have like pre-order up for Amazon.com, because for most things now you can pre-order off of there or any of the other websites. It wasn't even coming up until the day of release, so very strange with their distribution. So getting into the actual content, which is what really matters, is we get about, I think it's about 3 hours of bonus content. So we have 6 episodes actually that have commentary by Dave Filoni, so it's always very insightful. We also get 3 different featurettes. We get the one featurette, which is long overdue. It's about Kevin Kiner, who is actually the composer for not only Clone Wars but Star Wars Rebels. He talks about how he actually has his sons who are also composers help him with the different scores for like Thrawn and Sabine and all these really memorable themes that are created with Star Wars Rebels. There's also another featurette that has a deep dive with Dave Filoni talking about the Force, and he talks about, you know, the world between worlds and all that kind of stuff. So very interesting there. And there's one other featurette that has to do with basically this linear progression of every one of the characters. Talks about the actors sitting down talking about how they were as far as creating these characters for themselves from, you know, season 1 to season 4, and talks about, you know, the ending of the series. So it's all around a really good Blu-ray. Obviously the quality looks great on HD TV with the different episodes, so I would highly recommend picking up Star Wars Rebels Season 4 on Blu-ray. I'm sure eventually they'll probably have a box set, because right now it can be kind of pricey to buy each one of these seasons, which is going to be like $35 pretty much, unless you can find a cheaper deal. So yeah, definitely great having the whole collection of Star Wars Rebels now to watch whenever I want. And the next thing we have this week is Star Wars issue number 52. I love this cover with the Millennium Falcon in Vader's eye. So cool. This time I'm going to actually give you guys a spoiler alert, because there are huge spoilers for you guys in this issue. So let's get right into it. We have Darth Vader. We have the Falcon trying to outrun Darth Vader's TIE advance. We are at the Makata base, which has been assaulted and ambushed by Darth Vader, thanks to none other than the character of Queen Trios, who has betrayed the Rebel Alliance. So now they are at a standstill. They can't scramble, the Rebel Alliance can't scramble their fighters because they think the doors are locked and their systems are malfunctioning. Their communication is all jammed. Pretty much it's jammed, so they have no way of knowing what each other is doing. So the only ship that is flying out there is the Millennium Falcon with Han Solo, C-3PO, and Chewbacca in there. And they are able to try to do this crazy maneuver where if they fly close enough to one of these Mon Calamari ships, the bay doors will open as long as it's a Rebel ship, and that's how they're going to get the Rebel X-Wings out of there. The problem is that Darth Vader is trying to kill the Millennium Falcon, and even though Han Solo is one hell of a pilot, they can't outrun Darth Vader. So they're trying everything to kind of duck and weave, and eventually they actually come up with this idea to put C-3PO in one of those escape pods that we see Rey go in The Last Jedi and jettison him towards the ship that Luke is on. And C-3PO does get there, and he does warn Luke and all the other guys that, hey, look, Han Solo says we can fly towards the doors and they will open. They don't think this will happen. So Luke ends up, you know, basically taking a leap of faith, and he goes towards the door and it opens. At the same time, you have General Dodonna, who is saying, Luke, you can't go. You're going to kill yourself, basically. Like, stand down. It's an order. Luke disobeys the order and says, this must be what it feels like to be like Jyn Erso, who he has heard stories from back in the previous arc with the Jedha arc. So he goes through and the doors open and it's miraculous. Now all the other fighters with Wedge are coming back out of there and are going to assist Luke. And Wedge asks, hey, what's our call sign? And Luke says our call sign, due to sentiment with Jyn Erso, is none other than Rogue Squadron. That's right, Rogue Squadron was name dropped, and that is where this issue leaves off. So something that was very long overdue. I was super excited to finally get the idea that is Rogue Squadron, and it is an ingenious idea to make it connected to Rogue One. And Rogue Squadron is a remembrance title for those part of Rogue One. You know, Baze Malbus, Shears, Inway, you got Jyn Erso. All those guys are now being, just remembered with this name, and it's great. It's their honor. They're living up to these people that sacrificed their lives, and it's connecting everything now. Everything's getting connected, guys. Rogue One, Star Wars, the original trilogy. This is going into Empire Strikes Back. This is awesome. Luke is the flight leader, so I'm guessing that's how he's going to get his title of commander that we know he has in Empire Strikes Back. So overall, this was an awesome story. It was very focused on Han Solo and Darth Vader for most of it. We do see Luke. There is absolutely no Leia in this issue at all. But it was very good with the artwork. I will say that LaRocca does a great job with not really pertaining and not really focusing on those very realistic, photorealistic images. He's kind of done away with that. And, well, he's always been great at drawing dogfights, and we see a lot of that in this issue. It's very easy to follow the ships throughout the storyline there. I did like seeing C-3PO kind of just getting thrown in the escape pod. I thought that was quite a bit of a humorous moment. Makes C-3PO look like he's actually doing something useful for once, and he's been doing that a lot in the comics. So I got to give it to the writers for making C-3PO more of a character that is crucial to the Rebel Alliance. So yeah, I've really enjoyed this issue so much. It was awesome getting that Rogue Squadron reveal for sure. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about this week is Star Wars The Last Jedi, issue number 5. So if you've seen The Last Jedi, then you're going to know how this one plays out. So we have it picking up with Rey in the throne room of Snoke, and this all the way leads through the events where we have Poe on the escape craft with Leia, then we have Finn fighting Phasma, then we have everything kind of leading up to the events where they are on the battlefield of Crait. They have the Falcon coming in with Chewie and the Porgs, and that's kind of where we end here. I will say I really enjoyed this issue. Like, this is the part of the movie where I really like, with the whole Praetorian Guards battle, which is the best thing in the movie, in my opinion. I thought the artwork was just very great in this issue, specifically with the colors, the use of color. So with the throne room, we have all the reds and the darks and the blacks, and then we have on Crait all the whites. I like how they used it, as well as when Holdo does the Holdo maneuver and goes in hyperspace through Snoke's supremacy. It's just this great large shot of, just reminiscent of the actual film, with everything being dark and the light kind of shining through Snoke's craft. So overall, I really much enjoyed this issue, and what we have one issue left. September is going to be it. We're going to see the duel, or not really a duel, but the confrontation between Luke Skywalker and Kylo Ren. I cannot wait. So for next week, we have Darth Vader issue number 19, and I think that's pretty much it. So that is going to do it for this week, guys. What did you think of the Star Wars Rebels Blu-ray? What did you think of that huge Rogue Squadron reveal in Star Wars issue number 52? And then are you enjoying the Last Jedi comic series? Let's talk about it all in that comment section below. Guys, if you like Star Wars and you aren't already subscribed to the channel, you're going to want to make sure that you are subscribed, because every week, like I said in the beginning of this video, I talk about Star Wars in some fashion or another. My name is Starrapter. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.